Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of Raising Champions Academy. Yes, you are welcome to the official channel of the Raising Champions Academy. Yes, I am Chini Udofia and I am the founder of this great academy. So like we always say in this academy, we believe that every child has a seed of greatness in them. Yes, we're raising our children to be champions. They are not born champions, but they can be made. Yes, they have the seed of champions in them. They have the seed of greatness in them. But like we know, seed, if it's not planted, remains as a seed. That Iroko wouldn't have been an Iroko if no one planted the tree, right? Your mango tree wouldn't have existed. You won't have the fruit if you didn't bother to plant the seed. So the fruit comes because someone planted a seed, someone nurtured, someone pruned, someone made sure that that seed grew and that tree grew undisturbed and was able to bear fruit. And that's the same way with our children. If we don't plant them as a seed, that the seed that God has placed in them, if we don't plant them, if we don't prune them, we don't nurture them, if we don't make sure that they grow the way God has ordained them to grow, and then we don't see to it that they begin to bear the fruits that particular tree, like our children, whatever fruit that God has ordained for them to bear. If we don't see to it, then our children, they're going to remain in the same status quo. And trust me, as a parent, as a caregiver, you don't want to have a child that remains the same way that you brought that child. Okay, so we have been talking about how do we raise these children to fulfill purpose. And I need you to know that every child has been brought on earth to fulfill a purpose. Yes, that you are not aware does not mean there is no purpose. There is. So, and that is why you need to find it. And then in the Raising Champions Academy, we know I cannot raise these children alone. It takes a community, like they say. It takes a community to raise a champion, to raise a child. And that is why I'm calling on everyone. You come across this video, I need you to please subscribe. I want you to come on board. Let's rub minds together. Let's know how we're going to raise these children. Yes, I can't raise them alone. I need partners. I need people. I need you. I need well-meaning parents and caregivers to join in this assignment of raising champions. Yes, we need to raise them as champions because our children cannot remain the way they came, just like a seed. If you keep the seed, after a while, the seed is going to be rotting and the seed is going to die. So we don't want that for our children. They don't need to get rotten and die. That's not the plan of God. The plan of God is that they should be planted, they should be nurtured and grow into that greatness that God has placed in them. So yes, in the last video we started a video on how do we raise our children? How do we raise them, our champions? How do we raise them to begin to fulfill purpose? Yes, so I don't need to repeat what I've said in the last video. You may please want to go to the last video to watch that. And please, I need you to subscribe to this channel. Yes, I need you to please subscribe to this channel. I need your subscription. I need you to subscribe. If you're watching it and you have not, just click on the subscribe button. And please don't also forget to like it, share it. It may just be one person. You never can tell. Share to one person, the one person shares to one person, and that's that. Just share to one person. Someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to know this, right? And yes, turn on your notification button so that when next a new video comes up, you will be the first to be notified. So yes, we're talking about how do we raise our children? How do we raise these champions to fulfill purpose? So we talked about recognizing who your child is. Now we're taking our children to be seeds, right? So I'm saying we're taking them to be seed, which they are, seed of greatness, okay? So today we want to look at, now you have recognized the kind of seed your child is. The next is, where do I plant my child? How? When? Just like a seed, you have a seed of maize, that's corn, and then you have the seed, mango seed. You know that where you plant maize, you may not be able to plant mango there, right? Because mango grows up most times to be a very big tree. The roots extends, so that it doesn't affect the house. So if you have a little space, you have not so much of a big space, maybe where you live, you may not be able to plant a mango tree. Yes, for those of us in Nigeria, I think you understand what I'm talking about. Maybe in some part of the world, you're not even allowed to grow trees around your house. But yes, for those in Nigeria, you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so you because of the magnitude, the tree grows into, the roots are extended, it may not be advisable to plant it close to a house. And also it grows, and then sometimes the branches affect the roof of the house, and it could even spoil the roof. So when you want to plant that kind of a tree, you need to know that you'll be sure you have space, enough space where you need to plant it. But a tree like maize, for those in the part of the world where I live, we'll have trees around, we plant around where we live. So if you have enough space, you know what to plant. Now you can just plant, you have a little space, you could just plant maize. Number one, maize doesn't stay more than a year. It doesn't even stay up to that, but at least in a year, it's done, you have planted, you have harvested and all of that. And the tree, there's no way a maize tree plant will grow and begin to affect your roof. It doesn't, no, that's not the case. It's never the case. And so that's why I said, in knowing the kind of seed, so you know where to plant. In knowing who your child is, you know how to go about your child. You know how to groom your child. So, like we all know, even if you have 2, 3, 4, 5 children, I want to tell you that they are all different children. They come in different shapes, different sizes. They are different, right? They have different purposes to fulfill. I have 3 children, and then I know they are different. I can tell you for free, I know their strengths, their weaknesses, their preferences, everything is different. All right, so the way one person is, you trained this one. It's not the same way. The style you used for this child is not the same way you use for the second. Everyone comes different. Everyone comes with a different package entirely. And it is done like that by the master himself, which is God himself. So, but what we find out is that parents, caregivers, we come and then we want to alter we want to just change God's plan. And a child will start having problems. We want the child to go this way. You must go this way. You must study this course. You must be this. You must be this. We want to change what it is that the master himself has planned, has ordained. It's like a plan of a house. It's drawn. It's concluded. And then you come on site. You want to start building something else. You're going to have problems. It's going to be conflicting because you want to start building something else that is not in the plan. You're going to be confusing yourself. All right, so God has already given a plan. And I wrote somewhere, I said, when you alter the master plan, you change your child from being a masterpiece. You have shortchanged your child. That child cannot be a masterpiece anymore because it is the master plan that brings about a masterpiece in a child. So you want your children to be that masterpiece that God has ordained them to be. I need you to know that you may need to follow the master plan. How do you know that? Find out from God. Look at your children. Study your children. Find out who your children are. Find out. Look at your children. Ask God. God is the master planner. God is the one that has set it up. God is the one that brought these children. And like I said, I think I've mentioned, I said, we are not the owners of these children. Yes, I'm the parent, but I'm not the owner. I'm the caregiver. I am the caretaker. God owns them. Yes, God owns them. And then there's something he has planned that this child should come and do. All I need to do is to find out what is it that God has ordained. Recognize the seed, the kind of seed that your child is, so that you know where to plant, how to plant, and when to plant. And so that you don't alter the master plan and you don't change your child from being a masterpiece. Yes. So this is where I'm going to be ending the episode for this week. I need you to share this video. Somebody needs to hear that the child is a masterpiece and there is a master plan to follow to bring out the masterpiece in that child. Don't try to alter it. You're going to change it. You're going to change your child. You're going to change a lot of things. Don't try to alter it. God has given you a plan. Follow the plan. Yes, thank you so much for watching. But please make sure you don't leave this space without clicking on the subscribe button. Yes, I'll come your way next time. You're going to be seeing more of us, more of videos from Raising Champions Academy. And we want you to please come on board because we can't do this alone. Yes, turn on your notification button so when next a new video comes, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing. Thank you much more for subscribing. God bless you till I come your way next time. God bless you.